Hey guys, hi, this is Kavya Mr. and you are watching your own YouTube channel, The Western Lingua, where success is the culture. So, today in this session, we are going to start the second topic of noun after articles, that is noun. So guys, we all are born and brought up with a definition, with a common definition which is quite common to everyone. Okay, so that definition is all living words are called noun, or a noun is a name of person, place, animal or thing. But nobody has taught us historical background of noun. Nobody has taught us the derivation of word noun. But today with the Western Lingua, you will learn all these things. Will cover all the historical backgrounds of noun. So stay tuned with Western Lingua. So if we talk about the historical background of noun, then I'd like to invite your kind attention towards the origination of word noun. So, the word noun has been derived from the Anglo-Norman French word, that is nomen. And what does nomen means? Nomen means name. And it is right because noun is a name of person, place, animal or thing. And if we talk about the origination of noun, okay, then noun was derived between 2nd century by a Sanskrit grammarian Panini and an ancient Greek grammarian Theodostratus. So, and if we talk about the types of noun, then there are two types of noun, countable noun and uncountable noun. So, what does countable noun means and what does uncountable noun means? Countable noun means the things that can be counted, and uncountable means that the things that cannot be counted. Okay, so well guys, if we move to the Old English grammar, the types of Old English grammar, then there are 5 types of noun: common noun, collective noun, proper noun, material noun and abstract noun. Now I'd like to make you learn the types of Old English grammar with a tricky method, that is OPM. OPM is the chief of country. OPM is the chief of country. Okay, so here A for what? A for abstract noun, P for proper noun, M for material noun, C for common noun and C for what? C for collective noun. So this was the tricky method to learn the Old English grammar. But what about the modern English grammar? If we talk about the modern English grammar, I'd like to understand the types of modern English grammar with a cup concept. But what does this cup concept mean? This means cup. This is called the cup concept. Here C for uncountable noun, U for uncountable noun and P for proper nouns. If we talk about the types of noun, then we only know about the definition of proper noun, common noun, material noun and abstract noun. No one has taught us the historical background of noun. But today we are going to cover also the historical background of types of noun. So if we analyze the historical background of or the history of proper noun, then it has been derived from the Latin word proprius, which means special, around 1250. Okay. Well, proper noun has been derived from, again I am repeating, please pay concentration because these points are very much unknown points for you all. Okay. The proper noun has been derived from Latin word proprius, which means special, and derivation of the noun is from the Latin word nomen, so that you can know that specific name of person, place, animal or thing, that is known as proper noun, and it was discovered around 150 years ago. And if we talk about the common noun, then common noun is very simple. Common noun, a noun that refers common person, place, animal or thing, that is known as common noun. For example, he is a boy. Okay, here boy is common. We are not making it special. But if we will say Ram is an intelligent boy, Then here Ram is what? Here Ram is a proper noun because here that boy has name and we are making that boy specific. Okay, now let's move to the collective noun. Actually collective noun denotes the group of a person, place, animal or thing. And if we analyze the history of the collective noun, that it has been evolved over the ages of originating in 15th century in England. Again I am repeating, it has been evolved over the ages of originating in 15th century on England. Or in simple words you can also say that that collective noun has been originated in 15th century in England. This is very simple word to understand and learn. And if we talk about the abstract noun, then abstract noun then it has been derived from the Latin word abstra here. Again I am repeating, this is very much important. Abstract noun, then it has been derived from the Latin word abstra here, which means the things which are physically detached. Or we can also say the noun which cannot be touched but it can be felt is known as abstract noun. Okay, and if we talk about the material noun, then word material has been derived from the Latin word materia in 14th century, which means the things which are made up of matter. Again I am repeating that material noun has been derived from the Latin word materia in late 14th century. In late 14th century, which means which means that it has been made up of matter. And if we talk about the definition of the material noun, that we can easily say that the noun which can be measured and weighted only is known as material noun. But sometimes we got forget about the types of noun. So I'd like to tell you a trick to so that you can remember the types of noun. PCMCA, PC फॉर पर्सनल कंप्यूटर. पर्सनल कंप्यूटर को सीखने के लिए आप एक ही कोर्स कर सकते हैं जो कि MCA है. देन PCMCA, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, PC-MCA, P फॉर प्रॉपर नाउन, C फॉर कॉमन नाउन, N फॉर मटेरियल नाउन, C फॉर कलेक्टिव नाउन and E for abstract noun. Okay, so this was for the today's session. In our next video we will talk about the numbers. So till then, bye bye.